Good day and welcome to Obidate Family TV. The program now Hope Alive. And for all our obedient movement worldwide, I greet on a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Today we get plenty things we say we won't talk. And one of the major things we won't talk about. Now this very news where they go everywhere, people they talk about and say, the Presidential Election Tribunal say na next week they won't give their judgment. I been next week then they won't give the date for their judgment. Which one? It be plenty people they talk. This one carry us go begin they ask information and question for court of appeal where we say now the headquarter of these very people. That one they come up for this hour. Another one where we say we won't bring come up. Now the rowdy session where we say it happened for Senate where we say Festus, where then they call Kiyamo. That one where we say son, when they do any better talk. That same one happened for Senate yesterday where we say everywhere just they very rowdy. Scatter over that very 52 billion naira employment scam when it do for Nigeria. That one they come up for this very hour. We get another one again where they come up where we want discuss. That one we say Tinubu. Waiting in the hide with this US every time we carry US for our mouth. We carry Chicago State University. We carry drug matter. But waiting truly, Tinubu they hide for court for US. Because article yesterday I even mentioned I'm saying article don't carry matter go for higher court, maybe district court for US for Illinois. And Tinubu don't go join a matter for their talk say that school will be University of Chicago no go properly represent or cover in matter well for there. Say he won't join the issue and he no one make the court release the information when they come out from that school. Why is Bola Tinubu asking the court not to release the information? Is there among the things where we go talk? Again, we get more things where we won't talk. That one concern the court of appeal ruling where people they misrepresent. That ruling where talk say now only INEC get the right to talk how they want to do election or how they want to transmit results. Plenty people they misunderstand that ruling where come out from the court where they for Lagos. So with that very one and plenty other things will be say we won't discuss and people will be say then they tweet then they talk inside space now. Now the plenty things where we won't talk. Person will be say, if they inside studio here with me to discuss. Now Esther, now in there with me.
Hello, Obidence. Now welcome again to another episode of Hope Alive on top Obidate Family Television. Now welcome and join us to this program. My people, it get plenty story where they sweet una for belle where we carry come today. Wanna no go anywhere, stay with us.
Yes, so make una stay with us. Make we for treat this very issue well. Make we start, make we no even begin the kill time because we no go market, we no get any advertisement we say we do. One of the things we say I no even mention. Now our PO's tweet we say in the congratulate the super Falcons. One, even as they no even proceed further, but to hold draw with what they call them Londoners, so we say na England, no be small thing. Our senior man will be saying na him be the excellency where we expect to take the helm of our affairs. Oga Peter Obi, he don't throw away tantalizing salute give our girls, that is the Tigress, where we say they win the 2023 FIBA Women's Afro Basketball Championship. Then don't run am 4 times back to back. No be small thing, na in happen. So our incoming president, na in they held them. He say, Oga President also held the Super Falcons. Say them try well because they make our belly sweet. They also make us proud to be Niger people because of say that thing when we say they talk and do. So also His Excellency Peter Obi in contact say the tier over Nigeria where in they always talk about. Now that Niger will go help you to develop their skill and talent. Now so in take talk. But we go for in tweet and we go read them out for that grammar when they take the talk and what we say in the sweet us. So with that very one, make we go even to the matter, make we leave Niger, make we waka enter US. You know too far from here because we get internet. So that's why we will talk about them. Now anything will happen there, you go showcase for here. So the story be say Atiku don kukuma go disorganize the matter when you hold for the small court where they call circuit court, come carry and go enter the bigger court will be district court. We talk am yesterday. Now, this same matter now, Tinubu don't go there, join issue. The docket will be say then the lawyer for US enter. That one don't reach us and we don't read waiting there for inside. And waiting there inside that docket go surprise you. Waiting there for your own lawyer's submission to that very district court where there for US, it go surprise you. First, then talk say, Tinubu say that school where be Chicago State say no go fit protect him own interest. That's why he won't join the matter. Now number one. Number two, he talk say he no one made the court allow the school to release that very information when he get for that very school. Well, make una know why would they come back to this very issue, because it dey among the things we say we get for our own matter for court. So that's why we dey come back to them. So to be for us to now know wetin really Tinubu dey hide for this school. Why he no fit allow court make them go? Now the thing I see say Esther Ma don't begin to do more in one chook him mouth for inside. Make we hear waiting in one talk for inside.
Well, Mr. Kanu, you know, if Tinubu no get anything to hide, after all, he suppose don't bring out the certificate. He suppose don't release the this thing where article they find. Yeah. Because if he release them, give court. So why they hide them now?
Okay, I think what you they talk, make I for clear you well, make you understand. Tinubu talk say in don't go collect that very this information from the school already. That's Chicago State University. In talk saying yes, in don't collect them. In come bring them for presidential election petition tribunal as an exhibit. You understand? Yes. So in don't submit them as evidence. Say Tinubu go that school and everything. You understand? They talk say they even pay dollars for the school. As before they give them that very information, they release them. They even talk the person will be saying release the information for the school. You understand me? Yes. Now, why my question be say why Tinubu they go join issue again for court? Because if not true that information where you come give court for Naija, if you no say na correct information from the school now you give, you no suppose join issue now. You go just talk say make them go. You go even tell court say anything where they want make them go collect them allow like.
And I be waiting at the ask now. Say he must get something when they hide.
Yes, you get them.
Now something when they hide.
Yeah, you get the information. Now be the thing where would they wonder say if Tinubu true that information wey carry come give the presidential election tribunal say na the correct information wey dey comot from Chicago State University, if no be fake information, why im dey go join matter for US where Tinubu dey, where Atiku dey for him, dey look for the other information? If for kukuma tell the court say me I don collect that information, I don give people wey dey for court, make you give them the same information, because im go sure say na the same information na Tinubu go still get. Exactly. But as you go there, they tell court say make him no allow the school to release that information to them. Now him be say he get wetin he dey hide. You understand wetin I dey talk? Yes. He get wetin he dey hide. If and you know say to hire wetin they call am attorney for US, if you no know how much, make you go check. Now per hour then they pay and they boil in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Shall you understand what I talk? So why you go begin go spend that very money? I've been a Nigerian money they spend. You understand me? So there is something is hiding in that school where we say you no want to make article.
Mr. Kanu, another thing, you know say medical reports and academic reports. Now you need the person will get and the legal authorization of the person to release them. And also this Tinubu man now, him be snitch to US government. So maybe, I'd say maybe they no one betray him on that aspect. Oh,
yes, you know say yesterday I talk am say Tinubu, from the information we be say with the gate, Tinubu na risk snitch for US, because if then they hide your information for US, now be say you get something we be say then they protect. You understand me? But anyway, You know, say court dey independent for US, no be like here. Court dey independent, judiciary dey independent, you understand? So that one don't go for court, and court no go protect am. If dem talk say court order those people say you must release that information, they must release them. You understand? Anyway, sha, now so it take be. So I want make I bring our obedient wey be say dem dey ask many questions, and well-meaning Nigerians wey wan know about this matter. The question be say, wetin really dey for this state, Chicago State University, wey be say Tinubu dey hide? Na him be the one of the distance, and with that very one, we go transition. We go still come back to this very matter because the court just starts. Wetin the court talk for there, we go bring make everybody know and make everybody talk. With that very one, we go transition to go into another this thing wey be say it happen for Senate. But before that rowdy session where Senate hold, make we see as then they project something where they want make I see. Now Spotlight.
Okay, we'll get this one from Spotlight Abby. May we hear as she take talk am. She says similar to the cock and bull story they told David Hundeyin. Here is the Federal Bureau of Investigation report to Jeffrey Gutman when he puts in a Freedom of Information Act, that's the FOIA, requesting for Tinubu's criminal records. I maintain that the FBI's refusal to release the criminal records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to 2026 shows that the water runs really deep. As suspected, they are probably holding something over him, and this makes him a national security risk. I said this before, he almost sent us to war. He has no moral option to fight, a fight in which he and his family cannot even lead from the front. Still, the little we know is enough for the judiciary to send him back to Eyaju-Bissau.
Yes, and that very one they come out from someone will be say a tweet, and they show the Jeffrey Gutman's letter will be say FBI sent to Ram and 9 days for screen. So all this information will be say US they hold back. As this person take talk, if Tinubu really na snitch for US will be say then the whole information 9 be say trouble dey, because I know say some people go really dey for prison, because when you become snitch, no be only say you go dey snitch about people wey say dem dey carry drugs and all of that, you go even snitch wetin dey for Nigeria and the assets wey be say Nigeria get. Na im be the concern wey be say we go begin dey get now. But anyway, sha, like I say, away from this Tinubu's matter, we go come back to Ram to talk how that court they take the proceed and other things. Make we even take a listing, because our own Senate wey dey for here now, e be like say na rubber stamp Senate now we dey. And even our own person Aisha Yusuf be like say she don begin dey voice am. Anything wey happen for Senate, crew kere crew, na im Akpabio go run go begin dey enter Aso Rock. Go find out from Tinubu whether that thing go happen or it no go happen. I don't know whether the Senate gets Abinas, National Assembly get their own independent, because now them be legislature, no be judiciary. All of these three arms of government get their own independent. Why be say Akpabio any small thing, common issue of Festus Okoye when them go treat for inside Senate, now begin they go wrong go meet Tinubu yesterday and for other nominees. No be say it's supposed to be. They're supposed to take their own decision by themselves. If they no fit take decision, then go tell us when say them they represent there, say they no take decision. Anyway, sha, that one now for legislation, and you know say legislation there, we will not get problem with the legislation. Now with the presidency where we get the issue with. But anyway, make we see how our own sister, how she take talk for her video. But before that time, they don't carry PL's tweet put for my front. Make we for remind people how today take be.
Okay, Ms. Pearl said today is a good day to remind everyone that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu that attended Chicago State University was a Black American female. Atiku applied to a federal court in the US to release the true information of the person that attended the Chicago State University. But Tinubu quickly went to the court to also apply that the court compels the school not to release the original transcript. A criminal, all eyes on the judiciary and the DSS.
Yes, na so I take before. No be only me dey talk. We get plenty people wey be say dem dey talk about this very something. That's why our people dey project and they never wan make I begin go to the Senate matter. They wan make I finish that matter wey be say e dey happen for US now as we dey talk. Even we get one from Jackson Ude. Una know say na this Jackson Ude na even talk the one wey be say na in the major state wey dey cause trouble for everywhere. Say na next week na in election tribunal go give judgment, but we go get to that very one. But first make we see wetin Jackson Ode wan talk about Tinubu, wetin in dey hide, how im take see am for im own tweet. Make we
okay, Jackson dey talk say what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu hiding in Chicago State University? Okay, he come talk say if indeed you attended a university, what are you hiding from the public? Na so in dey take talk this one. Said if you said you are a graduate with honors and yet you don't want your school records to be seen, what exactly is Bola Tinubu hiding, and why is Chicago State University shielding academic record of Tinubu? Why is everything Tinubu shouldered in complete secrecy? His name, families, friends, schoolmates, state of origin, businesses, etc. are all unknown. Tinubu, be bold, be proud of your academic honors. Allow the court to assess your record so we know if you were a she and now a he.
Yes, so whether na she and now na he, na that very one, na him go come out from that very one. These people no wan make I go to this rowdy session wey be say e happen for Senate. They don bring another one from Bolanle. Okay, make we see wetin Bolanle talk and how she take talk am for her own this thing.
Bolanle talk say those who are in the know tell me that Bola Tinubu turned state evidence when he was apprehended for heroin trafficking and money laundering. This meant that his actual conviction was sealed, and all that was left for was the civil forfeiture. He must have also agreed to be a snitch for the US government because according to the WikiLeaks papers, he was sharing a whole lot of information to the embassy.
Yes, so and it probably explains why America is telling us they cannot give us his criminal files. Well, they say at David Hundeyin, can one ask for his conviction records to be unsealed? Now, question will be said then they ask David Hundeyin. We get this one from Wayemi, and Wayemi now one of obedience, strong obedience, where we say if they ask question where we want to say Tinubu cuts electricity to Niger and then blames who? Peter Obi. Tinubu does not think and of dialogue but choose war. Now Peter Obi then go blame. International court carries Tinubu drug case. They blame say na Peter Obi na carry and comot. Tinubu Agbada gets caught in Tango. Then go blame say na Peter Obi. Tinubu has an indigestion problem. They will blame Peter Obi, who is the elder brother that's supposed to be a brilliant guy again. Anyway, all this talk about Tinubu and about all so much baggage have been a garbage. Now we won't talk. But true, the one wey be say concern this very court inside US. People wey be say dem dey US, make dem kukuma dey go for that very court. Wetin dey happen? Make dem dey send out the transcript of wetin dey happen. Nigerians dey interested to know wetin pan out for this very Chicago State University. Me Magongo, I wan know true how e take happen. Whether na true na im Bola Tinubu for once dey talk. Make we hear am whether na true, so that even this tribunal, when dem bring their judgment, you go know whether na line dem take get judgment, abi na true dem take get judgment, abi all those things. But for now, make we hear wetin our sister wan talk about this Akpabio wey dey run errands for Tinubu for Villa. Make we dey tell am say legislature dey different from that. They get their own distinctive budget and everything. Na him be the oga, the president of the Senate. No be errand boy, na him be. Make him concentrate on matters so we say a concerned Senate. Make we take a listen from our own comrade, Aisha Yusufu.
There is something called separation of power, right? The executive is separate from the legislative arm, from the legislature, and also separate from the judiciary. This is done in such a way that nobody can abuse anything. So no one is dependent on the other one, or one of them now try to be more powerful and, subvert the power of the other. So that's the reason why you have those separation of powers, rule of law, and all of that. In some places they have parliamentary sovereignty, of course, even our own parliamentary sovereignty and all of that. Now, this issue of Keyamo, that his own nomination, whatever, has been suspended. Why is, what do you call him now? What's the name of Akpabio? Why is he running like one houseboy to villa? I don't get it. What's the essence of that? Why is he running there? To go and do what? To go and explain what to who? To go and say what? Lord have mercy. The legislative arm, if you look at the way this thing, of all the arms, legislative, judiciary, executive is actually the weakest in terms of power, but they are the ones that have money. And so in Nigeria, they've been able to use that money to just oppress everyone. We have a situation whereby even the Senate president is determined by the president, by who the president supports. How is that even a possibility? How is that something that should be? We just have anomalies in our country. So why is Akpabio now running down to Villa to go? All you need to do, you are number 3. You are number 1 of the legislative arm. You two go do big boy, go sit down, send if there's any this. I think there's usually someone that liaises between the presidency and legislative arm. And even though this illegitimate presidency, I don't know whether they've put anything like that. They're trying to go through the motions of being as if they are legitimate, while ordinarily they are not. It's just a fraudulent situation that we have going out there. But let's even look at whether things. Why would Akpabio now be running down to go to the villa to go? Was it to go and explain whatever? Make your decision and that's it. You should be able to. There's separation of power. It's autonomous. It's on its own. It doesn't have to take permission from the executive before the National Assembly does something or the Senate does something. That's why you have financial autonomous and all of that. And yet, these people don't know that. Kai, Nigerians, we have work. We must ensure that people that get into the National Assembly, our legislative army, they are people who have honor, who have character, who have capacity, who are patriotic, who even know that they have courage. Not these people who are just so hungry, who are just so power hungry, ready to leak whatever boot that needs to be leaked, ready to negotiate their integrity just for them to get certain kind of position. Anybody that will negotiate his integrity to get a position is dangerous to the nation and dangerous to the people, because there will be more and more where they will hold him here, hold him there, hold him there, and begin to say, and you begin to do beat to their tune rather than to what is the most needed by the people. And it's really something else. Keyamo, Festus Keyamo, that was doing bragado, talking anyhow. I don't go check in timeline for tweet. I never see tweet. Oh, I'm sure it's all the big grammar tweet where you don't compose before. You don't keep on for one side. You don't humble. See as Keyamo just sound like one shaking. Oh, okay, now. Disgrace upon disgrace. Now so power. Now so these people like power. God forbid. I always say me. Nah, my mouth too big for that kind of thing now. No. Can't they say yes sir to somebody? Yeah, you're honorably distinguished. If not behave distinguished, I'll be calling distinguished because I want you to clear my nomination. God forbid. God forbid. Anything that will not be able to, I'll say something, I will not say that's the way it is. I won't say it the way it is just because of something. God forbid. May God take that thing far away from me, and may God take me far away from that thing. See Keyamo just standing there in one corner. Meanwhile, all that 774 jobs that they be talking about and all of that, I'm sure, I can't remember whether Senate called him and he refused to go, but there were a lot of arrogance that were going on. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But one of the things that we have to ensure is this separation of powers between the judiciary, the executive, and also the legislative. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, our own comrade Aisha, the lioness. And anytime when we say they talk, we need to pay attention, because things they happen when we say we get people where they talk on our own behalf, and also they talk our mind as it take be. So plenty things they happen for Senate, and those things will be say they happen for Senate, like say they no get control, like say even Akpabio will be saying don't stay for that very Senate, he don't become minister before, and he don't get experience. Still, he know if he do things by his own, by this thing where they give him as the president, he go begin to go ask somebody else, or take permission to do things where we say na he supposed to do. Anyway, sha, we get plenty things where we say then they talk for Twitter and all that. Even while we get to that very one, even Aisha tweet about this very particular thing. But before we go enter all those ones, we get the major matter where we say people they talk about. This very issue of Presidential Election Tribunal, saying that next week. Now, which person nighted and say then get the date where we say that next week now it go be? Which person now give the timeline where we say that next week? Plenty people they tweet about this very something. That one prompt us say we go reach Court of Appeals. We go make call across. Make we even for confirm from Court of Appeal say, true to now next week we expect this judgment, because plenty people they wait for this judgment. Nigerians, millions of Nigerians, they wait for this judgment. Prayers they go everywhere, make this judgment happen so soon. But anyway, it be like said, then they find the person where talk this thing, and our own information where they come out from that very side. Make we they even look at and then don't bring another one. Yes, now Jackson Ude now ain't talk that thing, but waiting them bring here, it be like saying a Kiyamo's issue. But make we hear, like, make we even they take them like that, because I want make them for sure where this same Jackson Ude they claim saying next week now that thing go happen. Not be say we they talk for here say na lie, but we go tell on how that thing take happen as we call the headquarters of Court of Appeal where they for Abuja, and waiting then talk for inside. Now we won't bring come. Make we for read waiting Jackson talk for this one concerning Kiyamo Festus.
Okay, Jackson talk this one, say the fake news peddler. He said the fake news peddler and Galerius former Minister of State Labour, Mr. Festus Keyamo, was disgraced as the Senate today. Now saying take talk and more. He can talk say today he went to be screened for a ministerial position. Keyamo's penchant to insult institution of democracy is legendary. His contentious behavior made him to ignore subpoena of the federal high of the Senate lawmakers while serving under former President Mohammed Buhari. He often think his closeness to a president will give him easy passage at the Senate. Today, the Senate gave him a hard knock. He is now calling senators he once insulted, begging them to forgive him. He cannot stand a Senate rejection as he fears what social media will do to him.
Yes, so say this Festus Keyamo. Now, real, I don't know whether I go call him sadist, and the fake news way in the pedal, no be don't even pass. Be careful, because I hear say this Oga Fashola in don't do press release say the fake news will be say then carry say in the draft judgments for this say in the sanction even one suit Twitter and all the other microblogging site where carry the news, even NCC. You understand me now? But wetin him fail to understand be say fake news na dem dey first bring am. This Kiamo bring fake news about wetin happen for Adamawa, that election where they do that, and when go congratulate the woman wey be say na fake INEC man, na go declare result. You understand me?
Yes.
So even EU report carry that very issue. But anyway, when they talk say the fake news as this Jackson they talk here, yes, the man they carry fake news, but in don't go meet them for there. But the really issue when I won't bring come out for this very Senate issue. Now that scandal, that 52 billion naira scandal for employment, I won't really talk about that thing. But our people go just they bring other things they come. But anyway, I go still talk about them. Let's talk about this distinguished field marshal waiting to talk for her own
Okay, General Oluchi talk say Kayamo's appointment should have been withdrawn when he ignored the Senate and refused to account for the project he supervised. But like I always say, shame is far from Nigerian politicians. Even if you catch them red-handed robbing a bank or beheading someone, they will return to their public offices on Monday and nothing will happen to them. Every day, I thank God that Senator Ekweremadu was arrested in the UK and not in Nigeria. Otherwise, he would have still been an active lawmaker. That
one from our distinguished field marshal will be General Oluchi. If they talk as the team be her for her mind about this very Kiamot appointment. And may I tell on her, the way thing I want talk about the court, they no one project them for me. But while they wait for them, make them project this thing for court, make I talk about the Kiamo issue first. Now 52 billion naira projects. Now 52 billion naira project. Now be that one. And that very one, now employment scandal where them talk say 20,000 naira. Now then go they give our youths for all the local governments where they for Nigeria. 20,000 naira. Then talk say them go select 1,000 person per each local government out of the 774 local governments where they for Nigeria. Make on imagine, make on ask on ourselves what be say on the view. Anybody where they for one local government, give me 1,000 person where get 20,000 naira from first use Kiamo scam. The people will be say they even share that money. Now the same National Assembly people, the people will be say now they cause the rowdy session where they inside National Assembly. But make it not be say now me talk. Make I start from where they even start. Make we look at that very senator where even bring the matter come out. How intake talk am for Senate chamber for there. Make we even listen to them. From there, we go see what he respond to. Then I go talk wetin I want talk for inside that one.
Thank you, Mr. President of the Senate. My name is Darlington Nwokocha. I speak for the entire Nigeria, Petabia Central in particular. I want to bring to the notice of this House that sometime in 2020, that an issue came up. And that issue was the public works program. We all welcomed it with open hands because this is something that will help our people. Today we are talking about paying 8,000 to some people to make sure that it will alleviate poverty. Then it was the amount of 20,000 to 1,000 persons across the 774 local governments, which my local government is part of it. And I'm sure your local government is part of it. And today, 1,000 per each local government minimum, 20,000 naira, has a great multiplier effect that will make our people cushion so many effects that would have led our people into a very greater height. What is the structure? What are the indices you are using to carry out these things? Because our people will hold us responsible and accountable. And when he was invited, what we are talking about is a 52 billion naira appropriation, and the right of appropriation resides on the legislature. That is our right. And I know quite well that the right of oversight resides on us because we have to hold you accountable for whatever thing we appropriate to you. It is our right. Yes. And when he was invited, he expressly told us, to the public, that we want to hijack his role. That we want to blackmail us, that we are corrupt, that we want to hijack his role. And I know that he midwifed the process. Nobody's against that. He midwifed the process, and this falls within his own area of operation as the junior minister for labor and employment. Highly welcomed. And not only that, he went as far as in the public line to say that when he was asked, which indices did you use to gain this? He said, in quote, they are not from the moon. That was too arrogant to answer Nigerians that way. Because we're talking about what we support and help our people. That is why we are here. Anything outside that, I'll walk away from this chamber. My interest, your interest, and the interest of everybody is our people. That is why we are here. Not whatever thing any person is saying. And today, we need to find out, Mr. Senate President. Well, nobody is stopping him from being cleared. No. But not on the grounds of putting something under the table, not granting some people fair hearing, because I would like us to grant him fair hearing since he has been running away from it, for people, for Nigerians to know what really happened. Because I wouldn't like any person to be holding that, because this thing has been subject of debate here and there. What happened to the 52 billion? What happened to the... But he is here, and it's our responsibility to find out. So, Mr. President of the Senate, I'm of the opinion so strongly that he has to tell us what really happened, but not here. We have to keep it down a little bit. We're not saying that we're not going to clear him. This is a house that can reconvert at any point. You can even call for an emergency and we'll reconvert. Because we would not like what happened at the last administration, where some people felt that the president was in charge and so many other things were happening out there. We won't take it this time around. We want a situation we hold you responsible from the onset. Therefore, Mr. President of the Senate, I'm of the opinion that we hold this down a little bit, and I move a motion that we suspend forthwith this nomination and wait until when this is led, so that you can freely work in our environment and tell Nigerians, I have perfectly done well because this record has been put straight. That is my submission, Mr. Senate President. I rest my case.
When they talk like this, it go be like say, then they talk that thing for Nigerian interest. Make their talk and their grammar when they see like this, make you no deceive anybody. May I tell on I know the time when we say them propose this very 52 billion naira, when they talk say they want share to 1,000 persons for each local government where they call them saying employment. These same senators or call them lawmakers, then come talk say make them give them quota, make them for nominate the people will be say them go give this thing. This same Kiamo no agree as at that very time. It talk saying they do them for public interest, make the Senate no hijack the money. Senate vex for them. That verse will be say them vex for them because of say that money plenty they won't get their cut. But at the end of the day, I go tell on and say, senators or lawmakers get their own cut for that very money. They don't even try them. You know, go try, do anything where we say them go oversee, when they go through their constituency, you know, get. Now, this person, when you see, say, if they ramp with they talk for this very place, make I tell on her. Now, because of, say, the money when we say it reach them, maybe it no reach how it's supposed to reach. Now, in between. But again, coming on the first two, so waiting in the talk for that very place, no be about their constituents. Waiting in the mean for their way they talk say, make them for take break, make them for show this man say even Senate get power over where in day before he go enter become minister. Make them cage them first before he go even come out. Make them forget understanding with them, so that if he enter a substantive what they call a minister, anything what we say them tell him, he go do him like that. Because now padding of budget, now then they do. That one we know. So make anybody no begin the hell am say in the talk and because of the masses of inconstituents. Not be about inconstituents. Now make them for tie them down. Now be the major thing. Then secondly, for Festus in on side, he get waiting in talk. Talk say he no eat any money for inside that money. He talk say if he gets the list of the people where be say they share this 20,000 naira for throughout the 774 local government we there for Nigeria. Make we hear as in take talk and make we not say we go hold them accountable. Not be able to check everybody where they make we check our local government. and how to publish it. But anyway, first, before I go into that matter, make we hear as him take talk and say, Shishi, Kobo no enter in own pocket. But we know say go buy new house for US, so we know that one. We go where that money come out, we go see. Make we hear from him first.
Every single payment, and I insisted to the past president that it must come from the central bank directly to the accounts of the people who were nominated to receive those funds. And so we as ministers, both ministers in the ministry and the head of the agency at that time that we supervised, never saw one kobo. It was straight, all we needed to do was to generate the list and pass to the CBN. And the CBN paid directly from the CBN account to those individual accounts. Till today, as I see, we did not see nothing even came to the account of that agency. And today, I make a promise that the entire register of everybody that received that amount per local government, their accounts, their account numbers and BVN, we insisted on BVN. Every detail is available at the National Director of Employment. Anybody can go there and ask for a copy. We have it in a flash and confirm every single one with a BVN number. They are all there for complete transparency. Till today, we did not see one kobo of that. I needed to make that clarification. And like I said, I'm sorry for that misunderstanding.
The one I think that the Senate heard is your apology. The one of whether you saw 1 naira or not, the Senate did not hear that one. Because if the money went into somebody's account, there is no member of this Senate that will have the password to that account to view whether the money entered or not. And in any case, government is a continuum. This Senate still has a right to go backwards, to look at what happened, to check the beneficiaries and all that. It's only when we do our investigation and our oversight that we'll find out whether the entire 52 billion actually entered into the hands of those that were meant to enter. You were, as a minister, you are not expected to see 1 naira unless you were a beneficiary. Senator Akwashiki.
For Swahili, when I hear as about your TikTok, they talk say they no hear that one. When they talk say it no see 1 naira, say the Senate no hear them. When I hear them, and make we just they laugh them, because in there for that Senate before and didn't know what didn't happen, and be like say your mother do me.
Hey, Mr. Kanu, I want talk. Now for the first Senator Darlington we talk. You know, so waiting that man they interested. I be one here when he go ask Keyomo the money, the 52 billion where National Director of Employment release make you disburse. Did you actually disburse them to the right food, to the youth where they involved? But you know, go to that direction. You understand? You can't they tell them say, go apologize to them, waiting in talk, how intake reply, how intake response to them. Why in dodge that aspect? Okay,
you know, say as I talked before, that thing that they are right, all of them don't get their own share of that very money. You understand me? And that's why at Babio they talk say Senate no hear that one. The time when they talk about they no see 1 naira, they talk say they no hear that one. And then come talk say they no get access to the bank account to know whether the money as the money enter and how they take disburse. But the question when I want ask for that very place now, the question when I want ask. Now, these people, they know if it publish the names of, as they won't screen this man now, they know if it ask them to bring the names of the people who be say, collect money from their own constituency. Since say, then they talk saying that they are to protect the people from their constituency. Yes. So you understand what I mean?
But what they have done their own name, may apologize to them, with time take respond and everything.
Exactly. I tell you, say now to tie them down for the more money we go bring come for them. Now they tell you.
Now, first 2 I'm coming back to tell us say he don't disburse the money, give an CBN, they put them for flash drive, this one, that one. Yes. He suppose list out the names of people, at least local government by local government. government or constituency by constituency say
Make
see
we
the number
even-
of people low.
Make we even ask am. Our people will be say on a day everywhere. Will be say on a day watch us now. Or say you get brothers or you get nephews wherever they dey. For each local government, you know too plenty. Na just 1,000 person. Make them tell us for each local government how many 1,000 person will be say they collect 20,000 naira for how many, like
For
3 months. For 3 months. I beg, make them tell us the person how they take spend the 52 billion. Make I tell you for each local, if that thing in talk say dey for flash drive, say we fit collect am. Obedience on a day, freedom of information day. Make we get the information of the people wey collect this 52 billion. Make we even start with that one for this first is Kiyamo. Make we start with that one. Him go buy house for US. Come dey display am for us for social media. They come dey tell us say see where him dey enjoy himself and all of that. No be our money. Him talk say no be our money. But now they talk say farm don dance and the yard don open. Breeze na him blow. And as e dey for Senate, why Senate no dey interested say when the names of the beneficiaries of all these people wey be say dem collect this 20,000 naira, if no be say for their interest or wetin go enter their own pocket. Anyway, make we know for kill too much time for Kiyamo matter. Make we see how dem take confirm am. And as dem confirm this man, another person wey be say I no really wan talk him matter, but first make we see this former governor of which state myself wey be Zamfara state. Dem confirm am yesterday because dem confirm plenty of them, no only 2 abi 3. Now they no confirm. Maybe those people no cooperate with them because we know say na business as usual. We know for Naija where we dey, but we dey for them. We dey ready. They wait for them for this judgment. Now when that judgment happen and then come talk something wey be say no dey constitutional because we dey read the constitution every day. Obedience don become constitutional review team this time around. We dey read them. That man wey be say na former governor. We won't even see how dem take scare that man through. The other man wey be say na 2 credits him take enter university, dem don confirm am. Na this kind people na dem dey make up the economic team wey go help Nigeria. Anyway, Peter Obi is coming. Na him be my own. But all the same, make we see this man. The tweet wey we say dem tweet and the academic qualification for this man wey be governor before, where be say the state for north, how him take waka enter governorship, wetin be qualification. Una go see say mathematics fail, English fail. Na vulcanizer na him the man be vulcanizer. Anyway, make una for see am, no be say na me talk. Make we see wetin him present to INEC to become the governor of his state and to become wetin him be today. Let's take a listen.
Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Festus Keyamo San, representing Delta State, for appointment as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, representing Delta State, is hereby confirmed as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Hear am. All say aye. Una don hear am aye. Na so dem take confirm 40-something people. Your man don dey do
well, Mr. Kanu, wetin I wan ask, they no suppose investigate this matter before the final declaration as minister.
Dem don confirm am be say dem don confirm.
They don confirm am, but they never investigate the matter wey still dey on ground.
No be him talk say make him go villa. Dem take excuse for there. Him take excuse go villa. Na him be the matter wey we talk before.
Abi you go say make we forgive am. As other lawyer say make we forgive Tinubu. Say the thing don tey, e don reach like na 2020
this
that
one they even buy, e don buy pass. Leave that one, e don go. Na the how much money wey be say e go come bring us this thing. Make him come bring another 50-something billion naira. Say he wan give Nigeria money. This thing dey vex me. Make we even see this matter while when I talk about, because when I go dey carry me dey comot now I go forget. Make we see how dem take talk how him own primary school and him own secondary school take go. Na minister him be o, economic team, former governor. Let's take a look. Abi una no get am. Then talk say JP na him talk
Okay, JP talk say during the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal proceeding at the appeal court, Nigerians saw firsthand how the justices shut down Labour Party and PDP lawyers on different occasions, but never for once did the same to Bola Tinubu's lawyer. There was a day Justice Bolaji told the PDP lawyer that Oladipeku San has the interest of Nigeria at heart. Really? Does it mean that LP and PDP lawyers do not have the interest of Nigeria at heart? Similarly, Justice Salami told Uche Chris San in court, as a Christian, Bola Tinubu should be forgiven for drug trafficking and money laundering case. He further added that Christians forgive, and even Jesus said, "Go and sin no more." Even if Justice Salami was joking, it was very expensive and unacceptable joke. Nigerians followed the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal proceeding keenly and are waiting to see how the justice will rule. Any judgment that failed to disqualify Tinubu will not reflect the will of the Nigerian people and will be in gross violation of our constitution and electoral laws. I saying take talk am.
Yes, all eyes on the judiciary. That one, so it take be the two things when I want to make producer for help me with. Now this matter where then they talk about judiciary. Website talk say na Jackson Ode, na him talk am for tweet. You understand me? That very one where we don't confirm. I want make people see where that tweet they originate. Where we say they go everywhere. You understand? So make we for tell them our confirmation. Now that one I want. I also want make producer help me project that Matawale we say they don't confirm am as minister be. The nominee where they don't confirm. Okay, it be like say this one they don't put the one. Okay. Now for Jackson, they make I even take am myself. Okay. They say the Presidential Election Tribunal to deliver judgment next week. Now so Jackson they now start this very conversation for Twitter or for X, whatever name we say you take no. Now he say members of the Presidential Election Tribunal PEPT, that is Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, have agreed to deliver judgment next week. They say PDP, LP, APM, after the party is seeking to nullify the February 5th presidential election that brought Bola Tinubu as president. The Justice Haruna Samani-led tribunal are keeping the exact date close to their chest. They intend to inform the parties involved a day or two before the judgment day next week. Now, so Jackson Ude take talk. Now, when we see this thing and we can see say plenty people, they ask this same question. And plenty talk, they go around them. Now we begin to ask. Because we know say plenty things will be say either way they talk about for that court of appeals will be Presidential Election Tribunal. Now we call our own contact from Obidati Family TV to confirm whether true next week we will get judgment. Now question it be because plenty people they talk about them online whether that thing not true or not. Now the person will be say he answer us for that very court talk say they never give the dates where they go announce that very date still and then close them as Jackson take talk am e dey close to their heart but we don't know where Jackson take get the date of next week where in project whether na projection or in the talk to Justice Samani we don't know but wetin we know be say we don't call person wey be say in the work for that court of appeal and then talk say the court of appeal never give them the first thing wey dem go do say dem go give hearing dates to the people wey be say the petitioners and the respondents. When dem give them the hearing date, then dem go talk say na that very date dem go issue the judgment. So from that e go out to everybody to know. So for now they never talk say see the date. So whether the judgment don dey ready, they no know, and then when they for the court of appeal, they no know whether it dey ready or not. So that one where Jackson Ude dey talk, maybe in get him own insider person wey tell am say na next week. So we keep put our ears dey watch whether wetin go happen for next week. But the one wey be say we fit confirm now directly from sources inside the Presidential Election Tribunal panel be say that very justices wey dey there, they never announce any dates where them go talk the judgment. With that very one, I want make una know say the fact check when we do, now it end for there say no date yet. Then go communicate the date and we will go bring the date. But Jackson will dey fit no be say in the lie. If he get him own sources, will be say we no know. With that one, I know say our time don dey give us signal, and signal make we for carry our kaya comot for studio. Even this Matawale talk wey be say I wan talk, the former governor and the now minister wey be say he no pass English, he no pass maths for the this thing wey he give INEC, go carry that one comot tomorrow, because the kind eyes wey be say the production team dey look me now, they say make I kukuma carry kaya comot for studio. Before I comot, I go talk on wey be say on a day here wey be obedience, no be the people wey be say them dey for opposition. Now people wey be say them dey for our own side, make una for like and share this video, make it for reach every other person. Make them know say Peter Obi is coming. Make them know say all this talk wey dey for US and all this, so make them for hear those how those things dey pan out. The good thing wey you dey do now for obedience worldwide. The good thing wey you dey do now to advance our movement for the actualization of a possible Nigeria. Wetin PO promise us, where better people na go dey govern us, where better people go dey take economic decision, where hardship go comot from Nigeria. Na that thing wey be say na PO na im promise us. Make you for like and share this video. No comot from here wey be say you never like this video. If you be obedient, make you no comot from here. You no share am when you talk say you be well-meaning Nigeria. Na the thing wey I fit talk now. Until tomorrow, we go carry plenty other things wey be say e dey happen. And even PO tweet wey be say we no read am out, we fit bring more posts wey be say e dey comot from PO as im take talk am tomorrow, because our time don tey. As we dey always talk, we love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.